Michael Flynn's resignation came after Trump wrapped up his day with Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, many calling the meeting with Donald Trump a success. With more on what happened and what it means, CTV's Michel joining us now from Ottawa. Good morning to you, Michel. Let's talk about those stakes with Donald Trump. We know they were high. This meeting has now brought some clarity, perhaps, about what happens next in relations between Canada and the U.S.
Yeah, that's right. Yesterday, we saw Donald Trump in a way that we've never really seen before. He was very measured. He was very reserved, really, about how he spoke yesterday at the news conference. Of course, we've seen the handshakes dozens of times already, but a lot of insight into what is going to happen now moving forward. Of course, a joint statement issued by the Prime Minister and the President yesterday after their meeting, talking about how the two countries have a very long-standing history, that it will continue. There was no major news out of the statement or the visit, but it was a critical moment for the two men to get to know each other, get to meet, and develop a relationship. And everything that we are seeing after the fact seems to be very positive for both Canada and the United States.
Right, not quite the bromance we saw with Barack Obama, but a very positive tone, as you point out. Key issue, though, trade. So what does this relationship, what do we know about NAFTA?
Well, Donald Trump, he's threatened to tear it up, and a lot of that was directed at Mexico. Yesterday, Donald Trump was asked the question, what kind of changes could be coming down the tube? Here's his response.
We have a very outstanding trade relationship with Canada. We'll be tweaking it. We'll be doing certain things that are going to benefit both of our countries. It's a much less severe situation than what's taken place on the southern border. On the southern border, for many, many years, the transaction was not fair to the United States. It was an extremely unfair transaction. We're going to work with Mexico. We're going to make it a fair deal for both parties.
So from the positive, though, to the negative, because Justin Trudeau, of course, arriving back in Ottawa last night to a whole new controversy about ethics. The commissioner now launching a second investigation.
Yeah, that's right. Into his vacation over the holidays on the Aga Khan's Island. Now, there was an investigation that was opened related to the Ethics Act. Now we're talking about the Ethics Code specifically for MPs. And I want you to take a look at this statement about the code. It says he's not allowed to accept any gift or benefit connected with their position, so an MP's position, that might reasonably be seen to compromise their personal judgment or integrity. Now, this complaint was launched by Conservative leadership candidate Andrew Scheer, and now the Ethics Commissioner is investigating, not something that the Prime Minister or his office really wants to see. It's an issue that just doesn't seem to be going away.
CTV's Michel for us in Ottawa. Thanks for this, Michel.